bestie. My name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Aggressive Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. It's an exciting Thursday afternoon on Gossip Gala, and yes, I can't wait to even start the gossip. My name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Aggressive Body. So officially, anytime that you see my beautiful face, you know it's time to gossip. And as the minister of gossip, guess what? I came with plenty tea. And the people on my table. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. Oh Lord. Lord, you see, we are making emphasis on the Lord because there are so many things to talk about. I mean, when you look at all the things that is going on social media, first of all, I will say thank God that Kubana and Burna Boy have rested. So it's when I added my name, I said that I am Mama Kubana. That's when Burna Boy knew that he's not going to be sharing money. I think I know who to sue. I guess what, they have a barrister, so it will be easy, understand? Well, just first of all, what are we going to start? Is this statement, public notice first? Well, when I bring him on stage, we will not know exactly what to do because I need to sue somebody. I don't know if it's Kubana I should sue. That since he did not really claim, even if he has claimed now that, oh, true, that's my mama, I'm very sure Burna Boy would have sent money. Or is it Burna Boy that just kept quiet and said, oh, my money don't they finish? I beg, please. I did not say anything. I did all these things I just said allegedly is on it. You understand? I cannot come and be going to court every day. Please, I am not VDM, you guys. I cannot be VDM. I don't have all those beneath outside to come and be dancing and telling you guys latest gist. But I have a fashion designer and a barrister on the table. And you know what it is when you have different people from different sectors coming together to come and gossip. Hey! Lord, I have barrister Wale and I have my baby girl Mary Jacobs. No other person than these beauties. Hey, besties.
Hey.
How are you? You see what thing I said before we started? I mean, that's what happens when you're on air. But let's start with Wale. How are you?
I'm good. Very
How's
good.
it like getting here today? Was it difficult? Who do we sue? Thank God you're a barrister. I love it.
Fortunately for me, it wasn't difficult.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Hey.
Fortunately, not like other days.
Oh, should.
Not like
Okay,
other days.
okay. It sounds calm, sounds calm. How about you, Mary? How was it? Who do we sue? Is it the bus driver? Is it the conductor that just carries his armpit up and everywhere was just sent in well?
My conductor was amazingly, for some reason, well dressed.
Oh, I don't want to be conductor again. They don't know they graduate.
He even helped me with directions on how to go back. Like, okay, so if you want to go back, that is how. I was like, thank you very much.
I don't want to go school. Now Unilag brought out.
And
I
the funny
want
thing
to
is
be
that
sure.
and the funny thing is that I came out ready to, fight
come
conductor
on.
in case of anything. But I was humble.
How about the driver? The driver just maintained
driver?
the
No,
lane.
I was far from driver, so
Ah.
I didn't even.
Nice one.
bother
Nice.
myself.
It shows that you actually got here well. That's what it is.
Yes.
I love it. So
Absolutely.
let's talk a bit about you being a fashion designer.
Okay.
And you also made mention of the fact that you used to be a banker. So tell me what happened to the switch. Is it that you were one of those persons that saw Vicky James and said, I know this is my calling. Where is my Femi, please? Somebody should call Femi for me.
Okay,
Tell me about it.
I was in the bank at 2016,
Okay.
and to be fair, I won't lie, I was one of those that while I was in school, I wasn't into the whole banking thing, but then I didn't know what I really wanted to do.
Okay.
I went to school because, yes, I finished secondary school. It was time to enter university.
Right.
I studied economics.
Okay.
And they just said, oh, you work in the bank. Economists, you find them in the bank
right,
and all
right.
that. And I didn't really have the flair. It was a routine job for me.
Okay.
And
So
I'm
you're
someone
not one
who's
of those
not
routine persons.
Yes, I'm not.
You
I'm
find
not
it boring.
I actually find it boring. Yes, the banking industry is a very beautiful industry. It's a career for some people.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't.
It is not part of it.
It's not part of it.
I am not
You know.
destined.
even when I left the bank, it's not even like I knew I was going into the fashion. I didn't know.
Okay.
It was someone I was dating. Then his sister-in-law was a fashion designer, and he just
Oh.
said, "Try this out." And I said, "Okay."
So what
I
year
was
was
there.
this when you're trying out?
That was 2017,
Okay.
and I went for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I just went home, went on YouTube, and my fashion designing career started.
So what's the journey like now? How's the journey been for you? And is there pressure? I want to know if there's pressure when it comes to fashion designing, right?
There's pressure.
Okay, tell me about it.
The pressure is pressure to get better.
Okay.
Not the pressure to, do the things you're seeing other fashion designers do, but to get better with the skill. Because fashion designing growth is based on what you produce.
Okay.
You cannot want to eat the Vicky James money and you are doing somebody, somewhere in the backyard. You need to develop. And I think that's why I am still stuck to it, because no matter how good you are, you are still developing. You're still developing.
Okay, so I there was a time I heard, I was watching a video of Vicky James where she was talking about the fact that if she does a style today, she see other people copying it, and she used to find it a bit offensive. But then she gets to understand that, okay, that's part of, the business. So let me hear you now on, these styles. Have you generated any styles of your own? I want to understand how you guys are creative enough to get, these styles out. Because today I'm seeing this one, tomorrow is another one. Yep. Just now we do slim fits, waist thing, help me and do it like this. It should be very tight. It should be, So there's just a lot of those things. How did these styles even come to play?
Okay, so what I understand, there's nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
There's no style you see today that wasn't around in
before
1764, 1873. All we are just doing is picking up something that is already existing, and making it better, adding some modern day, styling to it. So if you can do that, that means for you to actually do that means you actually do a lot of research, a lot of fashion research. But a lot of us fashion designers now, we are actually very lazy. We are sitting down waiting for something to trend, so we pick up.
What stands you out as a fashion designer? I want to get that. Why I'm asking this is because, since the time Vicky James came into play, right, or came into books, there's a lot of, the reason why she's everywhere is because she's using her husband to do content creating. And now the babe don't they do every other thing. The babe, only babe they cook, only babe they sing, only babe they dance, only babe they do TikTok, only babe. So you get what I'm saying? So they also see it as, she's just trying as much as possible to be relevant. Only herself they do good thing. I just remember that one now. They don't tell me for a. I know talk on. I get me. I know talk.
Daughter of Zion.
She's the daughter of Zion, Abby. But I would like to hear what stands you out, as a fashion designer, or what are the things you would do or you can do for those people coming up now that you can do, to be a Vicky James or be, greater than her.
Okay, so I will not say be a Vicky James.
Okay,
I would say be who you're supposed to be in the fashion line.
If that's the case, some people are okay being that Obioma.
Yes, exactly.
That's true now.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
The Bible even says it. The poor would always be among us. Now, I'm not saying the Obioma people are the poor. Now, what it simply means is all of us cannot be seated at the top. Every step, people have to be there. Because we need, if all of us are the big people, who will be our driver, who will be our chef, who will be the security,
that one day.
You get, so I think one thing I appreciate about my journey as a fashion designer is that I am not pushing to be anybody. Right? I'm still in the journey of trying to know exactly what I want to do in this. Which I think I already know, and it's not necessarily in the styling, like doing styles and all of that. I have chosen a path to giving young adults a meaningful life, something to hope for through fashion designing.
I love it.
Last year, I trained 5 young adults who had nothing to do with life, free. They were living with me, feeding them, It was a life for them. They had a life for 1 year. One of them is retained. She's staying with me. One said she wants to go start her
That's beautiful.
her own. You get. One is doing fine where she is. And then 2 made a decision of, we are not sure we can survive. You get. So for me, I think my calling now is to actually use fashion designing and show people that there is something in life for you.
I love it. Woman to the word. I give me NGO vibes. Nice one. Now let's come to, the way the country is now. We need a barrister to put us on it, you understand? So let's start with the normal. I think I've heard people say this a lot. I have this friend that is very, very argumentative, anything that has to do with Nigeria sports, just mention it. He will be at your back and all of that. And so many times I'll tell him, go and be a lawyer now, stop wasting your talent. And he'll tell you, be a lawyer in a lawless country. Hello, sir. Tell me about it. Tell me about you being a barrister. How long have this been going?
Well, I've been a barrister for 10 years now.
Hey,
Yeah, this
good
year
morning, sir.
this year makes it a decade. So, if you say Nigeria is a lawless country,
It's not me, oh.
I mean,
I'm not talking.
it's coming from you. You're not telling us who
Allegedly,
it
please.
They start using the law for you.
Ah,
It's
God,
coming
I
from
beg.
you.
You're not telling us who it is, but now, I mean, we are
Okay,
quoting what you
on
said
social media,
on social. Okay,
yes, I
someone
saw
had
and I
said
said it.
that Nigeria is a lawless country. Well, I wouldn't agree with you totally that Nigeria is a lawless country. And
Why so? How do we hold our government accountable? I would like to hear from your perspective.
I mean, there are several ways we can hold the government
Tell me
accountable.
about it.
Okay. I mean, in the recent times, I think the Freedom of Information Act has made it very easy for Nigerians to hold the public office holders or their government accountable for things they do. And how this works is the Freedom of Information Act provides that if you need a reason to sue the government or you believe the government is doing something which you find is incredibly wrong, you can address or go to any of those offices, seek for personal documentations, things you need.
Hey.
I mean, it's happening. We've seen persons do it, and
How many people
I
have
mean,
won the
it's not that,
government?
okay. Let's look at it this way. We've been seeing a lot of revelations coming out about bad governance, about people in government doing all of this. It's not like we're not saying it. It's not like the information is not out there. It's not like they're not suing them.
Right.
But the end result is what we don't get. Because, I mean, the systems are bad. I mean, a lot of judicial officers, a lot of public officers are currently undergoing one court case or the other. But my problem is, what is the end result? And why we're having that problem is Nigeria is a very corrupt country. I beg not to say that. I mean, money changes are almost everywhere. So it's very easy for you to sue the government. I mean, Serap is like is one of these human rights bodies. They have several cases against the Nigerian government currently ongoing. In some cases they've won, especially some in the Niger Delta areas where they have to sue for spillage of oil, they sued Shell, they sued the state government and all. They've gotten judgments. Here you get. In some instances, the judgments, I mean, the people who they sued on behalf of them, they got rewards, they got payment and all that. In some other instances, they don't. And the reason for that is not far-fetched. It's because, like you already said, Nigeria is, to a large extent, an unlawful country.
Amen, somebody.
Here
I
you
think we disagree to agree.
Yeah,
Amen.
I mean, at some point, I said I would agree, but not totally. Here you get. So, Nigeria is, I agree with you, to a very large extent, an unlawful country. Here you get.
Yes.
We've had cases. It's not like as if it's hidden. You've seen cases where judicial officers are bribed. Currently, a lot of judicial officers are ongoing. They are currently facing the panel with the NJC for several corruption cases. Some of them have been found wanting. Some of them have been removed. So what else can we say if all of these things are coming to our faces and we want to deny that things like that are not happening? Check it. So that's where the problem is. I mean, if justice can be bought, then where is the hope of a common man?
Do you get?
Check it. So if you say Nigeria is unlawful, I agree with you. I agree with you, because where the law actually stands is for you to be able to approach the body to seek justice, and you're very sure that you get justice. But in this instance, I mean, I have clients that most of the time when they approach me for, all of this, you want to do strong, go to court, I'll advise them. I'll look at the case critically and advise them. I mean, if we can settle this case out of court, please let's do. Let's seek ADR. Yeah, let's seek alternative dispute resolution measures to settle this. Because going to court, I mean, you can see a very glaring case where you're certain of getting justice and all that, and I mean, you just see some stunt being pulled, and you'll be surprised.
Like, what's happening?
What's happening? She get. And another thing is the time that the court system consumes. It takes ridiculously so much time.
I agree,
to have that done. So all of these things are things we need to put into consideration if we actually want Nigeria to be lawful. But currently, I can tell you that there are a lot of justice being denied.
Are we going on a short break, guys? You don't see what's happen. They say I'm having the country we are today. We'll be all right. Let's go on a short break to come back with on the street of social media. Stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Hi guys, my name is Debbie Felix, and shout out to Gossip Gala because the tea happens here.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's on the street of social media. The first one on the street says, what a man should do instead of sponsoring a girl through school. And this is said by a finance guru. Yesterday, we talked about why women like money. Today, I am going to talk about why all these guys now want him to send money, send girls, say me go school. Now another thing, make the girl look you say, you're my class, so I can still marry you. Let's watch this video together, guys.
I want not train woman go school.
Ah.
Not train woman go school.
Why?
Instead of to train woman go school, buy keke for the father.
What do you not get, Papa?
You must get person will be say, if you buy keke for the father, make it balance you. So you go use from this. Now you don't engage the father now. If you from then, the take care of the daughter. The relationship for Nigeria get the way it is now. They consider the relationship as a form of employment, whereby as long as they relationship with you, you must pay their expenses.
But I know Nigerian girls where they work hard, we not really need your money.
Even the one where they work hard still want your money.
Like how?
Even man where they work hard for Nigeria still they interested in your money. You go only pretend it's okay level before you look now, you go straight for a bill we not plan for.
But this one is deep. A relationship don't turn work, sha. When we say you can employ employer and employee will be all right eventually. But what do you guys think about what this guy said? That instead of you to train your babe to school, just give her father keke, abi? give her father keke. That's if so that you can be making the money and be giving the daughter. But what do you guys think about the story? Let's start with you, Barrister Wale.
Oh, okay. Well, for any guy who believes he wants to train maybe his girlfriend or prospective girlfriend to school for purposes of getting married to her maybe later, I think that might be a bit obnoxious. You get, because I mean, the purpose for which you're training her is to probably get married to her.
Yeah,
afterwards.
for her to be a better person.
Be a better person, and I think, I mean, cases we have had in the past always don't end well. Even since when I was in secondary school, I've read and heard stories of this Ebon trained this social girl in school, and after school, she answered up and said,
"You're
no,
not my type.
I'm not.
Sorry."
Yes, it's always like that. I mean, maybe
Most
80 out of 100. So the thing I would say as regards that is, I mean, you should have your minds open. If you want to train a girl to school, I mean, if she ends up saying she's not interested, it shouldn't be a thing that would make
Hurt
you
you.
feel exactly. Because at the end of the day, she has the right to decide whether she wants you or not. So training her to school should just be, maybe you should know from the onset that you're doing it on a 50-50 basis. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's you just helping a life. I mean, maybe less privileged.
Jesus Christ.
Something you could have, something you could have done for the orphanage home, or so it's you just,
let's just do it for this one.
Exactly, just helping someone who you feel maybe the parents can't afford to send her to school or take care of her bills and all that. But if you're doing it with the intent of, I'll sponsor you to school, and when you're done, I have to marry you, or you're my BS case afterwards. And it has been for several others.
Yeah.
So I think the intention really matters, and the ability to know that this thing is not 100. You get. So for me, I mean, guys should do better. It has always been lamentation from persons who embark on journeys like this. Because for someone to say, okay, I want to train you to school. Okay, we might say maybe he's doing it for love. For sometimes it's for love. And something I've noticed about persons who engage in stuff like this are they're always very authoritarian. Yeah, they believe when they're able to do that, then they can have some level of control over you when you're done and all that. So that's where the issue usually comes from, where it gets to a particular stage and the girl feels, no, I can't deal. So that's more like it.
Mary, what do you think about this story? Should a guy, is it okay for a guy to train you to school? And would you go back to to marry him or still be with him? Or do you think you should just give your father a keke?
Please, my father is old. Don't give him keke.
Let's start with that, yeah.
So
you
I
can
think
give it out to someone to be bringing returns.
give me the keke. I'm a hustler.
Give
me the keke. I'll be riding the keke, be collecting the money, be going to school. You understand? If you want returns, that means I'm not marrying you, Sha, because I paid you for the
understand.
Keke. But then, just as he said, if you're going to do something like that, a lot of times I wonder, when you were doing this, did you have this conversation with her?
No, there's some cases where they have conversations with her. But so of course, they're alright, not like it's written, so you can literally not do anything to the person.
And I think that's why we need to have a lot of lawyers in our life, because if they met with Wale, I'm pretty sure they would have signed a contract.
Wale, what would you have done? Signed a contract?
Well.
It's an agreement.
But there are some agreements that are unenforceable.
Exactly.
Okay.
But depending on the circumstances of the case, though. But in this kind of a situation where
I don't know,
a 17 or 16-year-old girl who wants to go to school is being approached by one senior boy in the I want to train you to school and marry you. Eventually, that agreement will be unenforceable.
Yes, of course. Because I'm not even relating it with a child, like someone that is underage.
Let's use youth now.
Yes.
In that kind of a situation, okay, I know there are instances where you can actually sue someone for
civil.
Yes, civil cases actually, where he has probably made you believe that he wants to marry you and you've spent money and all of that. Certainly, you can sue for damages. You can sue for.
Yeah, but that's like a long journey. That's the thing. You have to prove that you yourself. You
have to prove. Absolutely, there has to be proof.
Exactly. Because
so what would you prove, Wale? No, because we want to use you now as a perfect example.
The thing is, there are a lot of things to prove. The fact that you both have agreed that maybe after training her through school, you'll get married, and the fact that because of that, you've expended money, you've expended love, you've expended your time, and you've expended a lot. I mean, those are what is needed to be proved in court. Because now it's not like a promise of marriage. And once, I mean, you've taken those steps because you're of the intention that I'll get married to this person. And she also makes it feel like she is in the same tone with you. And later now breaches that trust. And you can sue. Contractually, that's the breach of trust.
Let me cite
breach of contract.
The people I talked about that I trained. To be honest, I had this other personal, conviction that after training these guys, I'm building a strong team for my
That'll
brand.
be with you.
That'll be with me. But then, I did not relate
It's with
this
them.
desire to them. I just told them, I'm training you guys for 1 week. 1
1
year,
year.
straight, you know. And then after 1 year, there was the clause, if you want to stay back. Now, imagine if maybe I forgot I said if. And I'm standing on the ground after I trained you guys for 1 year, and then now you're telling me you want to go and start your brand or you want to go and work somewhere else.
Well, if you had put it into writing and you both have agreed.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I said it would have made a lot of sense if the man talked to the lady and things as that. It's an investment. If you,
It is,
an
actually,
investment.
it is.
Eh?
It's investment.
So if you train someone, that's investment.
If a man
What do you
comes
guys
to me now and
think?
gives me 100 million and say I want to invest this into your brand.
Yeah, that is 100 million naira.
Okay, let's
Jesus.
Do you know how much that
I
man?
think we should also be
100 million
setting
could
the
not-
amount in
no,
this table.
No, 100
It's
million
true.
for someone who doesn't earn so much could be 100,000.
Absolutely. The money to train someone through school is not money that comes once. It's a
That one
gradual
day, that one
payment.
day,
Buy
that one
books,
Exactly.
you pay
So
this lecturer can
accumulatively, at the end of the day, you're spending a lot.
Yeah. But
yes.
and I don't win. Alright, let's go to the comment section and see people's reaction on this story. Okay, this one says, if I shall want to invest in a girl in Nigeria, just make sure you are 5 times better than what she would become, because it go shock you, like it go really shock you. All those Yaba boys, Alaba boys, why this guy they call those people? They calm down now, bro. Where they invest on girls, them later chop cane. That's deep. All right, let's quickly go straight in. Okay, let's read this last one and says, sis too, bro. Okay, don't take up the responsibility of her father if she is not your wife. You can only support her. Yes.
Absolutely.
I actually agree on that. Okay, moving on to the next story. I think it's time for us to talk about His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this one says, stop dreaming of presidency. Tinubu will rule to 2030. And this is said by Ibokwe. Do you guys agree? What do you guys think? Do you think he will really, take the whole 8 years? Or after 4 years, probably Peter Obi, because I think everybody still wants Peter Obi, right?
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
We still
Why?
have Atiku fans. We still have.
Oh yeah, that's why I said. Okay, did I say everybody? Pardon me. Was that absolute? No vex.
I say the part of Nigerians, the people we can consider as the masses of Nigeria actually want to be, and the youths, yeah. But it's highly delusional for anyone to say. For personal reasons, you're saying someone has to spend 8 years in office. Another person who wants to contest should go and sit down.
Go and sit down. Yeah,
that's highly delusional. Actually, very, very delusional.
According to this person, it feels like his excellency rather, has a lot of things that he's yet to accomplish.
Then let the Nigerian people decide that.
Right.
Because
I love it.
I think Nigeria. I just believe we should do better. Because if we have a strong and reliable electoral institution, all of these wouldn't even be happening.
Right.
Because the previous elections we've had, we can't say any of those elections are accountable. We can't say they were the true reflection of the Nigerian people.
Accurate or not.
So if they want to say something like this, it's for the Nigerian people to decide. It's not for someone to just sit somewhere in the corner of his house and say someone will spend 8 years, irrespective of what the Nigerian people want. So if our electoral system is good and we are, very sure of the outcome of elections, and let people vote, let people decide who they want. In the next by 2027, let the election be free and fair. Let people go to the polls. Let there not be chaos. Let there not be touts.
Logistics issue.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that.
Let there not be elections being announced before collation. Let there not be all those trash. So if we can put things in place, let the election be the way it should be. Ghana just had the election. We can do it. Other countries are doing it. Closer countries. Benin Republic had the election. There was no chaos. There was no... People voted, and they voted according to what they want. And that was what was announced.
Even the US that we are always following and citing.
Exactly.
See how
the election.
calm it went.
Ghana had their election. It was a true reflection of what the people wanted. and our leaders are rushing there to commemorate them. But once it comes to ours, it's a different
It's a
case.
different thing.
Us, they are aware that votes count, because I've heard people say things like
Here in
votes
Nigeria.
here in Nigeria, that votes do not count. Because if votes do not count, do you think the politicians would be bothered about stealing ballot box or changing?
Ordinarily, they are aware that votes should count.
Yes. So,
But what they do now is they make it impossible for people to vote the way they should vote.
yeah.
It's either they make it impossible for you to come out on the day of election to vote for who,
We will
or they make
start
it
from
impossible
getting
for
the
areas where
card
they know
itself.
that, areas where they know that votes might not come out for them, because we do all these political permutations, electoral permutations. Areas where they know that these votes will not favor us, they'll make it impossible for those voters to vote.
Right.
Or even if you now ended up voting and they see that while the election counting and all this going on, I mean, it's not favoring them. There is a way, exactly. So that has been the problem. One way or the other, we face all of these problems that doesn't make the reflection of the people's will concerning elections to come to fruition. So how do we get, I mean, a capable and a people-wanted person to be in power?
Right.
That's not going to happen. So
And
if someone is saying Tinubu will spend 8 years, with the present constitution of Nigeria, the way Nigeria is constituted, Tinubu will spend 8 years. And I don't think there's anything anybody can do about it.
Honestly speaking.
Unless,
Because that's presidency.
Yeah.
exactly. Unless the only thing that can happen that can change this narrative is if there is no political interference in the coming election. And when I
Right.
mean by no political interference, nobody is bribing INEC, nobody is bribing anybody.
Everybody
And
is
everybody's
doing
doing
their
their job as it should be done.
I agree.
Freely, like nobody's. Then we can actually, Nigerian people will know when election is free and fair. The last
Honestly.
election, we all know it wasn't. We could see it. I mean, we could just see it.
Hey, Jesus.
So they've made people so impoverished that during elections they now give them 5,000, 2,000
Right,
just
right.
to vote, because they know you will collect it. They know you're poor. They know you don't have food to eat.
Chai.
And I feel the person that made that statement, he made the statement because he knows if presidency wants to
Well, because
run,
it's benefiting from
yes,
the
Of
system.
course.
aside
now,
from that, if
of course.
presidency wants to run again, presidency has the power to do what it wants to do. And aside from that, as humans, we would all, that if you want to benefit from presidency, you all be very careful, and we start doing things in favor of
Yeah.
presidency
Absolutely.
Yes.
and all of that.
Yes.
So if you check, the only presidency that I am aware of that attempted going for another term and did not win was Goodluck's
Absolutely.
time. And that was because he wasn't interested in winning that election.
Right.
No, that was because he wasn't ready to take it by force.
Yes, he wasn't. He knew that the battle was, so he wasn't even in the mood for.
Because that's why
It
they are
was
still
just our
celebrating him
mama.
up till
Talk
today.
to today.
It was
Because
our Mama
He
Pepe
didn't
that
force
was fighting
himself
for
on
that.
Nigerians. He didn't force himself on Nigerians.
Yeah.
He knew there was so many gang ups against him at
Against
the
him,
time.
yeah.
The whole thing was just against him. I mean, too many collisions.
He's a perfect gentleman.
Yeah, he's a perfect. There was too many collisions.
He's not looking for
So
fight
after the
anywhere.
announcement of that result, it could have been contested. He would have said he would go to court.
Go to
we know
court.
how
Yeah.
we know how
We know
others
how they
are
do
doing
it. Yes,
it
now.
They will
If
go
for
to
governor,
court.
they go court,
You
then
go
the
to court, you
president.
put your people are already there everywhere,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you know that at the end of the day, everything is still coming back to you. But
Yeah.
he was actually a perfect gentleman for
Yes.
that, and that's why all over Africa is still being celebrated till
Celebrated.
today. Any country that is holding an election in Africa today, they use him as a symbol of peace. So, but I haven't seen any other politician in Nigeria that would do that. I haven't seen. I
We'll be
haven't.
going on the short break, guys.
Obi can actually do that.
Peter,
He hasn't done it, but
No.
Are you
something-
sure? Are you sure he
did
hasn't
that-
done it?
He did that in this last election. If not,
Are you sure he hasn't done it?
Well, I would say, he came a distant thought. He went to court. He
that's
came
still a
distant thought.
gentleman move. If he really wanted to go fight, I mean the Nigerian
there is-
political way of
There is
fighting.
nothing he could have done to fight. The people he was against are powerful than he is. So he knows that. So he knows the only thing to have done is go legally.
Let go.
I mean, he couldn't have done any other thing.
Of
Against
course he knows. He also
the
You think he
excellency, the
doesn't know
Jagaban.
Jagaban
Are
of
you
Lagos.
kidding me?
Jagaban that
Jagaban
will
of
come to
Nigeria.
pain.
I'm
yeah.
not
The
there.
Jagaban of Nigeria.
It's
What
not
could
me
it
that said it. I
have
saw it
done?
on social media.
Love it. We'll be going on a short break, guys, to come back with the hot aggressive. Stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Hello guys, my name is Ezine and you are watching Gossip Gala. If you love gossip, then this is a place to be because it is sizzling hot right here.
Hey guys, what's up? Check Edgar here, and it is Gossip Gala. Make sure you're always watching Gossip Gala because every time we goss, we sip. It is here on the show, okay? So as you watch, make sure you're enjoying the show because we always give you hot. Edgar doesn't lie. Believe because Edgar said so. Check Edgar out.
Yo, I go by the name UC, aka The Obvious One, and right now I'm with Gossip Gala. Make sure to subscribe and like. Bless up.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. It's the Hot Gossip segment. And on Hot Gossip, we have here really hard being a celebrity in Lagos. Singer Spyro laments being, billed by strangers who insult him if he doesn't give them money. And because of time, we'll not be able to read out everything. But in a nutshell, right, he was just complaining about, and I feel like this is something that happens almost every time. So immediately you become a celebrity, it's more like you are supposed to be sharing money. Do you get what I'm saying? So I like that. I mean, if I can just quickly read that down. You see where he says that if I enter a restaurant, billings go, they wait for me outside. Imagine I enter church, same thing. Enter estate, same thing. So I mean, that's quite alarming. So he has come out, and you know one thing I like Spyro. I feel like he's a very transparent person. He's one of the transparent Afrobeat artists that I've literally come across, honestly speaking. Apart from Davido, who can be, he tries, at least he tries. But you see Spyro tells you as it is, right? So you see him complaining bitterly that the way this celebrity is a really bad thing. If I come outside today, person they tell me, and there's someone that asked him for money and he didn't give the person, and the person then insulting him and all of that. I mean, what do you guys think about the story? Honestly speaking, I feel like this is becoming a problem. Honestly speaking. But what do you think about it? Let's start with Mary.
Okay, so I think as individuals, a lot of people have this entitlement.
I agree.
Mindset.
Entitlement spirit.
Yeah. So you see someone, not even a celebrity. Imagine seeing someone driving with Benz. You are not a celeb. They don't even know who you are.
You are, yeah.
There's already this mindset of, for you to even be driving a Benz, Ross, 1K, 5K, no suppose hard you get. You suppose drop. You understand? That's entitlement. Why should I drop?
Bro. No, but like that's the
what
question.
Even makes you feel the person
answer
has
right
that 5K? You think rich people don't have financial struggles?
Exactly. I mean,
you get. So I think it's just entitlement issues, and that's something that truly celebrities are struggling with, especially the ones that are trying to keep up with.
God bless you. Because it's one thing we really don't know about the celebrities is the fact that most of them don't really have the funds that we think they have.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you just see them because you're always seeing them on on the TV, on the screen, and you just believe that this one they suppose they pay on this kind of amount of money. I honestly speaking, I feel like that entitlement spirit is actually something that we need to start killing. So let's come to you, Wale. What do you think about the story?
I mean, that was his personal experience, which it is for many other persons. And I believe it's something that, it's not just something that just started happening. It's been like that.
Long time.
It's been like that. And
what do we do now to change it or curb it?
There are too many beggars now. They are beggars.
Jesus.
Let's make it
without
very yes.
Where's the Wale be coming down?
Both
Do you realize that people get
both
dressed to go on the road and beg?
Corporate beggars.
And it has become worse these days. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have money. I don't have anything. But the number of people that approach me for because I just drive, they go my JJ, they go just sure you get even driving out of your house. By the time you get to the next street, they're already there. I mean, it's becoming too alarming. And I wouldn't know where to even fault it. Is it the people's mindset? Is it the economic problem? Is it so? It's getting out of hand. It wasn't as bad as it's always been, but it's not as bad as it is now.
Right.
So I believe maybe people are becoming to see that this thing is becoming something where you can always get free money. So other people are now copying it because the number of people that are doing this is becoming alarming. Whether you're a celebrity or not.
Yes, whether you give away.
Whether you're a celebrity or not, once they see that you're a bit comfortable or you're just riding or doing something, they believe you should be able to part with money one way or the other.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the restaurant, anywhere you find yourself, police will do their own. Everybody is just one
even
way
conductor does it
money
to passengers.
Yes.
You give them
and
500. They will
their
not give you change. So conductor tell me for fine get waiting be 200. Leave them.
You too? Why you not leave them for me?
Guy, give my change.
We cannot change them for you.
I don't know how we can reorientate people about. I don't know how we can bring about.
But we can start from somewhere now.
Yes.
So what's the smallest part you think we should start from?
Well, we can, but where are we supposed to start from? Because
the economy?
we are even talking about what happens on the road. This is what happens in offices as well. You go to any public office, you want to get something done, ask you for money.
Those ones, they are norms. Those ones, and they are norms now. Those ones are like normal stuff that happens.
So what can we do? I mean, I wouldn't know. Some, if you don't give them, they can go ahead to even destroy your car or
straight
something.
Up.
She gets. So in our own little way, maybe little talks like this would make people understand that.
Right.
I mean, anybody doesn't
really
hold,
not that
anybody
cold.
don't hold you. If they give to you, it's good.
You should
but
appreciate it.
Yes, but not that you would owe them to ransom, like as if they are working for you or they are your father's brother somewhere. It's just a very bad narrative, which I find it very distasteful. In fact, it's been something I've been really, really very angry about lately. Because any small thing, anywhere, there is nowhere you get to. Someone will just be expecting something from you. I mean, even if you tell them you don't have cash, they will tell you, make transfer.
Transfer how?
POS
This yesterday, I still encountered not one, not two. This yesterday here on the island, yes.
Oh, wow.
Like, what is this? I mean, you can't even go out feeling.
Am I working for all of you? Because I don't.
Yes. By the time you go out and you calculate what you spent on
like
giving, you'll be like, this will
I think we
feed me for
need
a
to
week.
reinvent the mindset of, especially the young ones, right? Because the young ones are the ones with the largest
I think we need to make them understand that you need to work to earn. There is no free money. There is no free food anywhere.
A lot of young people want to earn money. They want to make, whether they earn it or whether you dash them. I think a lot of questions I always want to ask is, what is really the essence of this money? Why do you really want this money?
Right.
Some of them want this money to go and buy, those sachets.
No, most people that ask you for that money are not people that actually want it for something tangible.
That's
the fact. There are people that
they just free cash.
Oh no.
Where's the one I can feel your pain?
I'm actually honestly, it gets to me.
It
gets me when I see able men.
They're begging, right?
Yes, they're begging.
Jesus.
A busy pregnant
that's
women
what
that dress up.
That's what they do for a living.
That one is even better.
As in,
that's
they
what they do
dress
for a
up
living.
well.
They don't work. They just
tell me,
expect that
I'm going here.
there's someone they would approach today that will feed them for the day. They don't work. They're just somewhere hanging around, harassing people. I find it as harassment.
It's harassment.
Harassing people up and down.
Criminal law, Lagos State.
You know what I mean? You
get to a point. The way they will be harassing you, other people will be looking at you, and you will be forced to just part with something. Just let me be.
Just be going.
Just go. Just let me be.
Oh, that one is deep.
It's deep, honestly. So I feel the plight of Spyro really, because being a celebrity, being a face out there, they expect that you must have money. Once they see that maybe they even know your car or something. They will bombard your car, they will surround it. Yeah. I mean, to even drive, unless your driver wants to kill someone, commit manslaughter, because they will stand in front of the car. You can't get anywhere unless you pay with money.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Just sad.
We'll go there all right eventually.
Last.
Let's just take one comment on this story, please. Okay. Ogbeni, rest. Show love and you and if you can't get the
This
F.
is one of those beggars.
This is one no be some
people.
Jesus gonna make no be some of these same fans they carry their money, feel, transport themselves, come on our show. This person has a valid point though. What do you think, Mr. Wale?
That's no point.
That's no point.
It's not a point.
Make us finish first. And still pay for tickets. Stream your songs online. People where no be celeb self no they rant.
This is no point. It is no
This,
point at all.
the song they are talking
Are you
about,
sure
he
there's no
spent
point?
money, studio sessions,
You're my fan.
production and all of that.
You're my fan. You come for my shows. So is that what gives you the
So
audacity
you
to
should
harass
collect
me
your
on the
ticket
road?
money back.
Now,
You want your ticket
let's
money
be
back,
fair
don't come for the show.
I mean, I'm giving you a service. Playing. I mean,
Right.
sure you get. If you don't enjoy the show, you won't come.
won't
if
come.
if I'm
True,
not talented,
true,
if I
true,
don't have the
true.
talent, you won't come. So
True.
why do you have to harass me to parting with money for you on the road? I know that's
Imagine
extortion.
bankers being harassed by customers saying, "Guy, give us money now." She be I dropped 1 million naira the other day.
Damn, yeah. Valid. Alright, let's go on the short break, guys. To come back with the hottest gossip, stay with us.
Hi, it's your girl, Luca Rose, and I'm giving a shout out to Gossip Gala. Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Craze, aka Craze Clan, aka Did This Shock You, aka Papa Ade, and you are watching Gossip Gala. The gist is the gala. Chop 'em.
Hi, I'm Abigail Tiwala Nubi. Shout out to Gossip Gala.
This is still Gossip Gala, and yes, we are in the hottest segment. And on the hottest segment, we have actor Jerry Amilo comes for a certain married woman who walked out her marriage of 18 years because she caught her husband cheating, but is now sleeping with married men. So because of, we really don't have enough time, so we can't watch the video. But of course, you know me now. I like Mosaga explain give on her. So you see, Jerry coming out to say that it doesn't make any sense to him that a married woman. It's okay to say, oh, you're leaving your marriage, but going back now to go and start sleeping with other people's, husband is what I don't get. But what do you guys think about first of married women that leave their they leave their marriages on the basis of their husband and is cheating on them? Let's start with you, Wally. What do you think about it?
Well, the wives leaving the husbands because of cheating and all of that. Well, it's I wouldn't say it's something that is too much for any woman who feels she can't condone cheating to do.
Right.
Because invariably, cheating shouldn't be condoned in marriages. Once you're ready to take the oath of you and I, for better, for worse, then you should be able to stick to it. So if any of the parties feels you're doing something wrong by cheating, then even in law, adultery is one of the grounds for divorce. So once you're able to prove it that the other party is committing adultery, then it's a ground for divorce. So looking at it from that aspect, which I believe is becoming very rampant lately. A lot of marriages are crashing based on infidelity and all of that. Well, the root cause, I wouldn't know if you all know. I wouldn't know, but I don't want to say is one thing, but there are too many things that leads to.
True.
On the part of both parties, incompatibility after marriage. Just too many things, and I think there are too many fine girls out there lately.
Come on. Everyone is the beautiful ones are not yet
born.
born.
That was said 20 years ago.
Right.
That was said 20 years. So I think they are now being born.
They are being born now. Okay. The ugly ones are dead then.
They are still dying.
Okay.
So I think. So the thing is, the old narrative about marriage crashing based on infidelity is a very strong thing lately. So we just need to understand that it's worth doing. If anyone decides you're living a marriage because the trust cannot be there any longer, it's fine. But how can we sustain it? Because what he was saying was about women leaving their husbands because they cheated, and now you're now going to cheat with someone else's husband.
It's
ridiculous.
You're not doing the same thing that.
It's ridiculous. You're now becoming a side chick, and someone else's wife is now cursing you for sleeping. The same thing you left in the first place.
More like going in circles now.
And that revelation is very, very genuine. It's. I mean, I've had so many stories. I've handled cases.
Right.
Divorce cases based off something like this.
Right.
Where the husband now laid a counter claim against the wife that she was doing the same thing she's accusing him of doing. And I don't know how we can balance the marriage institution, because if things keeps eroding the way it's going,
right,
in the next 10, 20 years, I mean, family might become so disrupted that children will no longer start to have the benefit of enjoying their parents. I mean, the care, the love, and all of that upbringing that is supposed to be enjoyed from the family, because the rate of which people are going to getting divorces lately is alarming. Like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the first section of the High Court here in Lagos, on a daily basis, you can see something close to like 40 listed cases for divorce. You can
imagine.
I mean, I've handled close to like 15 in the last 3 years, which is crazy. And from different, I mean, just name it, different, sometimes something very petty.
That is
something very little.
That is why I'm even a bit, angry or something, because these things, if you listen to them about, okay, what exactly caused, this fight now, why do you guys want to divorce? You start hearing very petty things. I feel like you guys can actually work on it. If it's not domestic violence, then
that used to be it if it wasn't domestic. But lately it's been you didn't put the food in the refrigerator.
Father, Lord God, Almighty Father.
Things like that are what is causing people to go separate ways now. And I don't know how we can actually address it, because like I said, if at the rate it's going, if it continues like this, then the marriage institution is seriously going to collapse.
We'll be all right.
Because we now have a lot of young persons. I mean, persons in their late 20s, 30s, not even desiring to marry because of all of these things they are seeing and hearing.
The experiences.
Which is bad. It's bad for the society. It's bad for the world at large.
So, Mary, in a minute, what do you think about the story? In 1 minute.
If you ask me, women leaving marriage based on cheating, it's what they want. Right? It's their right. If I say I can't condone this, and that's it. But I want to believe that they had that conversation even before the marriage. That this is a deal breaker for me.
Right.
If you cheat, it's a deal breaker. If you hit me, it's a deal breaker. I don't think if you put food on the table instead of in the fridge, it should be a deal. But people with their different deal breakers. But if, in my own opinion, a lot of relationship, courtship, we've dated for 5 years. What have you guys been discussing? What have you guys been doing for that 5 years?
That's where the problem is.
Cruise, outing, sex.
Both cruise.
What have you guys been discussing? Now, when you now get into marriage, that's when you now start doing things that you were supposed to be doing while you were courting, things you should have been learning to aid your marriage process. That's what you start doing in marriage. So I feel that's where a lot of problem really is.
And yes, I actually agree with you, because if we start discussing start having difficult conversations while you guys are courting, I don't think we'll start talking about why the fridge is not clean. No, honestly, in marriage. Do you understand? And we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much, Mary, for doing this with me. And yes, my barrister, thank you so much. I can't wait to even have another, episode with you guys. I feel like this is a good combo.
It is.
It was a wonderful combo, yes. And my beautiful viewers, my beautiful and handsome, before they go say, I really don't care about the men. I do. Because I want to get married. I don't get choice, Abby. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay well.
Hey besties, it's your girl Oni Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Oni Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.